Hey folks, Jordan here, Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery. Welcome to the Still House. Today we're going to be walking through the process, showing you how we manage our barrels and create our bourbon and give it that unique character. Also want to touch on the HotScotch. It's fantastic, another gold medal winner from last year, Texas Whiskey Festival. It's really distinctive and our #1 seller, so we want to talk a little bit about what makes that so special as well. So come on, let's go check it out. First step, mash cook. That's where the grains mix with the water and the enzymes. You add heat through the steam jacket and steam generator, brings that temperature up. And the whole point of the mash cook is not really a cook at all. It's to add the heat energy and the enzymes to break those big carbohydrate molecules and starch molecules that are in the grains into simple sugars that the yeast can eat to make the alcohol. So that's what this process is. It's about a day process. All right. Step number 2 is fermentation. Once we've got those large starch and carbohydrate molecules down into simple sugars in the water and liquid, we need to get them into our fermenters here. This is where the fermentation process happens. That's where the yeast eats the little simple sugars and creates that alcohol that we want. So ethyl alcohol, ethanol is the main byproduct of that ingredient, or that chemical reaction, I should say. We also get CO2 gas and a lot of heat, and that's what these funny looking dimpled jackets are. That's a cooling jacket where we can manage the heat that gets generated through that fermentation process. It takes roughly a week or so to get all the sugar converted into alcohol. All right, next we're going to talk about distillation. And distillation is really just the separation of chemical compounds. We just want to get that good alcohol, some of those nice grain flavors out of the mix here. And we do that with a double distillation process. The first step is what's called a stripping run, where you strip out the alcohol. You're not trying to get to that final refined finished product yet. You just want to get the good stuff out. So they call it a stripping run because you're stripping out that alcohol. Allows you to throw away over half all the spent grains, and all the dirty water goes out. And then we'll collect that low wines, do a few stripping runs, and then that'll get a final distillation here on the spirit still called the spirit run. And that's a very slow, refined distillation that gets you really good separation to make sure that you really just get the good stuff. That's what goes in the barrel. That's what makes the gold medal bourbon. The different columns and things that you see here are designed to give us the flexibility to make any product. So we'll use them depending on which product we're making. For example, the big 23-foot vodka column here with 16 plates, we call it the vodka column because it only gets used for vodka. The whiskeys, don't use it, we bypass it and just go straight to the condensers. So all this gives us a lot of flexibility, and it's a great, unique craft distillation. All right, we've walked through the whole process for making distilled spirits and of course our fantastic bourbon and whiskeys. But the HotScotch, very distinctive and very unique. Again, 2 more gold medals just in the past year on that product alone. #1 bestseller, nothing quite like it in the market. So what makes it so distinctive? Flavored whiskey category is still booming. It's going strong. We want to break through. We want to be different. So we start with a really high quality whiskey, 2 to 3 years old at least. Some products, not even a good whiskey is the base. So that unique, good, high quality whiskey. On top of that, natural flavors that are distinctive, nostalgic with the butterscotch. It's vanillas, caramels, brown sugars. Develops a nice rich butterscotch flavor. And we liked it. A little bit of sweetener, natural, not too much, about like everything else in the category. But what we wanted to do then was take it a step further. Didn't like the sweet finish on the palate, so we thought, I don't know, we're in Texas, why don't we throw some hot peppers in there? That was the game changer. We spent a year playing around with different types of peppers, started with 11. We do a natural infusion now with 3 peppers to give it that proprietary blend. We say sweet with little Texas heat, so that pepper back end offsets the richness on the front end in a really distinctive way, and that just has the people loving it. And that's what makes HotScotch like nothing else on the market. All right, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us for a little bit here at Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery. I'm Jordan Waters, CEO and founder here. We love having you out. Come out and see us at the venue. We love that you enjoy our craft spirits. And remember, gold medal winning, HotScotch, favorite, and the bourbon.